Moving is not something that most people look forward to. You may be first-time home buyers in Dallas or Fort Worth. You may have to go through a moving company and compare movers, get moving insurance, and arrange auto transport all in the process of one move. On top of that, you will need to ensure that you have packed everything. Moving can be classed under one of the most stressful life events categories for many people. It's easy to imagine why when you have to take a survey of the process. The following are 12 moving tips to take note of when moving to your new home. 1. Survey your destination. This is an important step because you need to consider the weather conditions of where you are moving to. You will need to know what the weather will be like on that day and throughout the journey. If there is rain or snow, you might want to consider booking on a different day. Also, you will need to know exactly if your couches and other furniture will be able to fit in your new dwelling. This is not always the case, and you must be aware of when you need to put your possessions up for sale. Otherwise, you need to arrange for a trip to the dump or the recycling center with your movers. 2. Make an inventory checklist. Moving time is time to organize yourself. Your moving checklist should include all of your inventory. This way, if something is damaged, you can charge it on moving insurance or asking the moving company for some monetary compensation. You should also pack to-go bags or boxes with things that you will need when you unpack on the first day settling in. These should be secured in your car for easy access when you first move in. 3. Get your paperwork together. When it comes to moving, the paperwork needs to be printed out and easily accessible or stored on your computer or smartphone. A file or a dossier, or even a clipboard will suffice for compiling all your necessary paperwork. You will need the keys to your new place as well, so make sure you store these in a safe place. You will need your house documents and will also want to bring along the lists of the inventory that you made in step 1. 4. Write a must-do list. There are things that you might forget to do on the day of the move-in before it. Things like canceling your old utilities and setting up the new bills have to be done. You don't want a big surprise like having no heat for the first couple of days of your move-in. It's not very welcoming. Also, remember to call your cable company or satellite company. Additionally, always turn off the utilities in your old place and shut the house down in anticipation for the new buyers. 5. Do a list of what you will need to do. You will need renters or homeowners insurance. You will also need to make arrangements with the postal service. All of the little things that need to be done to settle into your new place should be on that list. 6. Pack up what you will need for traveling. This bag will have some emergency supplies. It should also include some snacks and games for the kids. Kids can be the hardest part of the move if you are doing it all on the weekend. You should be prepared to give them treats and activities so they don't start to get bored when you are arranging everything back and forth with the movers. 7. Organize what you need to sell. You will need to sell some belongings in the move. You should put those on the appropriate site such as eBay or Offer. Additionally, you will have items that you have to get out of storage as well. You will need to have these all arranged. If possible, try to get this done all ahead of time to save effort on the big day. 8. Have rekeyed your new place. Make sure that you have everything arranged with a locksmith to rekey your new place. You don't know who might have access to the home you're buying, so it would be wise to have the place rekeyed. 9. Have the mover's details and payment on hand. You can add all the paperwork about your movers to a file or clipboard. This will include emergency numbers to call just in case your movers aren't showing up on time. You should also have the cash on hand to pay them, unless they have specified that they take credit or debit. 10. Documents for your kids. Your kids need a lot of details so that you can enroll them in school after you settle into your new place. You will need these documents ready, such as their birth certificates, medical records, school records, and dental records. It might be best to pack them in one box and label it so you can access it readily. 11. Have your bare necessities boxes packed last. You know that feeling of going through a million kitchen boxes to find cereal bowls and spoons? It's not a fun feeling. You should have some meals planned out for your first couple of days in your new home. Also, you can have bathroom supplies in this box as well. Chances are you will need to use the bathroom first thing when you get there. 12. Record what you will need to do when you're settled in. Moving to a new city can be hard. Moving to another state can be even more time-consuming. You will have to validate your driver's license, make emergency contacts, and familiarize yourself with services in the area. You can't always remember it all, but when you think of something, write it down. Lists can be very useful. Conclusion: moving doesn't always have to be a pain. If you plan ahead of time and you create your list and action plan, it can be a very smooth experience. Remember, if you are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and you're looking to work with a realtor, feel free to contact me.